we would like to inform you of a dynamic of energy that is occurring right now. Is very similar to what was occurring during the change of the millennium from the year 1999 until the year 2000. That was a very crucial time. However, that dynamic of energy that was happening at that time, it was kind of an accident. If you noticed, if you were alive, if you were cognizant, if you were aware during that time, you knew that in the background of that energy, there was a whole lot of fear dynamic, fear energy being built up because it was 1999, right before the year 2000. Computers were just coming online in the sense of they were being given more and more responsibility in that sort of dynamic, and everybody was worried about the changeover from 1999 to 2000. And that dynamic of change would have caused a glitch, which might have brought down all of the might have caused a cascading dynamic, brought down a great many computers and brought things to a screeching halt, catastrophic in a way. And they were really hyping that dynamic of energy. And if you will look at what was going on around the eclipse, they were in a very similar manner hyping that kind of energy, hyping that fear energy, seeking to have you respond in fear to the dynamic. Even on some of the right-wing TV, they were talking about end of the world. They were talking about apocalypse, and these people have millions of viewers, so it was bringing up a great deal of anxiety, a great deal of fear. And then, just like the year 2000, nothing happened. But what did happen was the same kind of connection that occurred during the change of the millennium. Because God was not sending lightning down from heaven to destroy everyone, and because the dynamic of energy was not causing any cataclysms or any difficulties, all that was left was a dynamic of celebration. And if you looked at some of the coverage that occurred during that time period, you will see people cheering, people crying, people being very emotional in that sort of way, in almost a relief kind of dynamic, but also in a moment of coming together. Very similar to that energy, to that wave of unconditional love that surrounded the planet during the millennium. Now, we're talking about a very narrow band. We're talking about a very narrow band of energy. And so those people, that it's not like it was worldwide. It's not that it was global in that sense. It was kind of a dynamic of a strip of energy. Now, we're not talking about the people that were actually watching it on TV and in places like that. We're really talking about the dynamic of people that were together, that had come together in that sort of way. So, this was a step forward in the dynamic of the consciousness of humanity, especially looking at the energy that is existing in your world right now, the chaos that is existing in your world right now. It's almost as if a moment of peace, a moment of connection, a moment of happiness, a moment of love was created in the midst of all of this chaos.